can also bring more than one danger: pavement buckling. This causes areas of the road to crack and break up as more vehicles rolling over them, creating potholes or worse. Drivers should remember to stay buckled up, slow down, and eliminate any distractions so you can scan further down the road to not be caught off guard. In the city of Milwaukee, there is online service request forms you can fill out to report any road issues. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services fines Milwaukee Public Schools over lead cleanup. The $5,500 fine is for violations of state code during the lead remediation work at 4 schools this spring and summer. They were also fined for repeated non-compliance and failure to follow earlier guidance. DHS said that instead of paying the fee to the state treasurer, MPS should reinvest the money into lead-safe renovations. MPS has until June 24th deadline to answer questions about future renovation work. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Did y'all have fun at Juneteenth yesterday? Because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Couldn't make it. Had some prior commitments I had to take care of. I hope y'all had a great time. I don't know what this is. I hate this thing. It's not that I hate it. Bobbleheads freak me out. I'm just sorry. Like bobbleheads and statues and like that kind of thing. The whole movement thing is kind of weird, you know. But since somebody didn't ask me, I didn't. It's Friday. You know what that means, right? You know what that means, right? It's Pop-Off Friday. And I heard something today that literally, I had to pull my car over, and I was kind of like weirded out. Like, is that right? Like, did I just hear that? So we complain that there's this thing between men and women, right? And we have this belief that men are toxic, this toxic masculinity idiocy, right? And so I got into a beef with one of my friends about, because we have toxic masculinity. I'm like, dude, Are you going to have women? If you come up with something for toxic women, then you can come up with for toxic masculinity. But you're not going to sit here and say toxic masculinity without trashing women, too. I think you're just trashing guys. And no man that I know of would actually create toxic masculinity. Are there toxic males? Yes. Yeah, but sometimes the way you act is toxic. Too bad. All the things you love about men is all the things you don't like about men. Which is okay. You just won't have a man. No big deal. But I don't think you can complain about the things that you love, right? So when you get talked about as a woman, I would kind of go, okay, because, you know, like what can you call a woman without getting yourself trashed? And then being called a toxic male, right? Well, that's what I thought. And then I heard about it. Y'all ready? AI boyfriends. And I said, what? I've been known to use a little profanity in my life. You know, I'm still praying about that little thing right there, right? Because sometimes things trigger me, and I hate the word trigger too, but it, you know, in context. Some things make you want like, huh? WTH. AI boyfriends. Have men become so toxic that girls are now going after boyfriends that are X's and O's? I'm sorry, ones and zeros. Well, they want X's and O's. They're going after ones and zeros. Your boyfriend is now telling you whatever you want to hear because that's what you put into it, and the bot regurgitates to you what you want to hear. Tell me a sexy thing and tell me I'm beautiful and that I have red hair and you love, and it'll do it. And then it'll keep going. It'll build on it and tell you things. And then every time you can have a conversation with a bot. That's your boyfriend. But wait, there's more. You can actually get pictures. You can tell it to create a picture. Because, you know, girls don't like it. I don't care what anybody says. People talk about it and they show them, and it's great. But they don't really like big, muscular men. They like well-physiqued men. They like men that take care of themselves. But they don't like these big, muscular Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, right? Some do, but not a lot. The chiseled features and the right. Because in your mind, if you're chasing them, that means like 200 other women are chasing them too. So that's like a non-starter. Same thing with guys. If she's so beautiful that 600 guys are trying to holler at her, why bother? But you ain't got to bother with all that. No worry, no fuss. Your bot not going to cheat on you because you got a bot boyfriend. They're a bot. They're electronic. They'll create the pictures of you in Istanbul, in the Mediterranean, and you ain't even been there before. But they'll take the picture that you give them and make your fictitious bot boyfriend together, and all of a sudden, boop, they talk to you, and you see this, and you get, and they go, you know, because you don't. Why don't you ever put those pictures on Insta? Right. What if we come to that a generation can't take anything negative? I mean, anything. I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio. I don't breathe. I don't read. Like, at some point, reality has to snap. Like, at some point, reality has to come in and smack you. The problem is the longer you wait to your 50s or 60s, it's going to smack, it's going to hurt really hard because your reality is going to get rocked. But now you don't have to worry about it because you got a bot boyfriend. Like, how do you do that? All right. I want you to send me a letter at, let me see, it's 10 minutes after the hour. At 12 minutes after the hour, I want you to send me a letter that says, I think you're the most handsomest, most strongest, smartest man in the world. Or, quote unquote, woman. Whatever. I want you to sing me a song, write me a note that I can show my girlfriends, show my guy friend, like craziness. Have we come to that now? Have we come to that ridiculousness where you've been failed so much that you go to a bot for a boyfriend? I don't understand. You get it? 833-212-1017 is the number. Do you get it? Because I don't get it. Like, I don't really understand what we're doing. Like, we have an instance where we want to hear positive so much that we will bypass human beings, right? That makes no sense to me. Marrying a bot. What? Lana Banana said on TMZ Live, they married white dude proposed to a AI woman. His wife had no problem with it because he can't cheat with her. I mean, if you are emotionally tied to your social media, can you imagine being emotionally tied to a bot woman or a bot man? His wife said she had no problem because he had someone that kept him company because she works many hours. With who? I bet she got her own emotional boo. Mm-hmm. Okay. There are toxic men and women. We know that. We already know that. But to avoid reality and to avoid life by not connecting, that is how you grow. And people don't grow because they've not had anything harsh in their lives. The only way you can grow is to lose. That's the only way. To not win, to come in second place, to not be in first. Like, all those things force you to reevaluate what you're doing and why you're doing it, and, you know, like what you know, but we don't do that. And I like the idiots that come on the YouTube and talk about stuff and then like think they're insulting me by saying something. This is weird. Do you live in reality? Like, at all? But it's just bizarre. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's Pop Off Friday. I'm tired of the idiocy. If you have an AI boyfriend, call me.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture. Whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl Noni Juice from my friends at Steinhafels. And the deals are heating up during Steinhafels summer sale. Start with 10% off the entire store. I'm talking living room, bedroom, dining, and so much more. Make your new room more affordable with Steinhafels special financing, and you'll get a $100, $200, or $300 MasterCard to spend later. But you better hurry, because just like summer, these sizzling savings won't last long. The summer sale, only at Steinhafels and Steinhafels.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, Truth Nation, now's your chance to be our... Nah, I'm not going to do that now. I just changed my mind. I'm awake. You know why I'm awake? And I'm awake? Because you got to earn it. You got to be a caller. 833-212-1017 is the number. You got to be a caller. What caller number? What caller number should we do? Caller number 7? All right. Now's your chance to be our one call. That's all. Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes. You could be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. You got Rhea to thank for that, because otherwise I was going to be like, we're going to do it at like 5:59. And then you be caller number 7 right now at 833-212-1017. You'll be entered in to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, caller number 7 at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has ever been injured in an accident, call Gruber Law Offices now. Visit them at gruber-law.com, gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's I'm kind of worried about the girls out in the world. You know what I'm saying? But the guys are killing themselves, so they're not going to be a lot of them left over anywhere. But I'm worried about the girls when you're not even bothering. You're just going to like. Yeah. Somebody on the talking text line said, "Say Ken, Donald Trump, he tripping again. He talking about Juneteenth. Who cares? What do you think about that, brother? I mean, Ken, because you're not a brother." So I already know who wrote this. It's kind of dumb. And then, Lana, like, Ken is my brother. I'm like, Lana, you don't even have to bother. Like, why are you even bothering to reply? Like, why? Why? Just let stuff go. Let it go. It's really not worth it. It's Friday. It's 80-something degrees outside. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's going to get hot. It's going to rain. It's going to do all that. And it's going to be great. So just be great. Just be great. Just be great. But when I heard about the bot, the AI boyfriend, I'm like, wow. Like that brought up so many bad, different, yeah. That brought up so many bad, different, yeah. Makes no sense. No sense at all. Ennis, congratulations. You are a qualifier for the one call. That's all 5,000. What am I saying? What? Ennis for. That's not what I read, but okay. I guess we'll do that. Well, Ennis, congratulations. You just won. No. Wait a minute. That's not what I read. That's Gruber. Yeah, call him back, tell him it's Gruber. You know what that is? It's Friday. All right. So it's just, that's weird. What's up? Not really a city girl. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely, positively no sense whatsoever. None. That don't make no sense. People are not living in reality. They seem to not be living in a space where they learn that, you know, there are things going on in life that you really, really need to be aware of, that you really need to handle and understand. We just don't do that. We don't listen to what people say, and then we get upset and we get emotional about what other people say, and then we want to ban that person, get rid of that person, or someone's disrespectful. When did it become a thing where people imploded because someone else was perceived to be disrespectful? Like, you literally don't have to be in this person's presence. You can get up and leave. And if somebody ever told me, if you get up and leave, you're fired, I would just get up and leave. Because if you're willing to fire me over walking out of a room, you'll pick any other thing to fire me over. So why am I working here? But we get this emotional thing. And I guess part of that is that we've never been able to be told. Let me rephrase that. Some of you have never been able to be told no. Tell me something positive. What if I don't have anything positive to tell you? What if my day was not positive? Nope, it's got to be positive. It's got to be something that somebody wants you to have, you know, say something positive. So then you can say something positive too. Like, it's too much. It's too much of carrying on somebody else's baggage and like trying to make you happy when I'm not happy. Like, it's just weird. This is weird. Not being positive. The world's not positive every day. You can tell this Pop Off Friday, right? If you got something you need to pop off about, 833-212-1017 is the number. I know the one thing I'm not popping off about, being at Summerfest. I mean, I'm going. Don't get me wrong. I'm going. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I just don't know when I want to go. Is the last weekend like 4th of July weekend? Like, that's the last weekend, 4th of July weekend? Yeah. It's going to be everybody. It's going to be everybody going to be down there. I think I might go. I think I might go tomorrow. I think I might just do that. I might just go tomorrow. I think I will. I do think I will. So one of the things I want to talk about before we go to break is the fact that the weather is going to be absolutely, positively ridiculous. And I'm not necessarily a Heat fan per se. I don't like hot weather at all. Like, I don't do hot weather well. I don't respond well to hot weather. I get really cranky, and I've actually had a heat stroke when I was younger, and so I don't do like, hey, it's cold. Nope, I don't do it. It's too much for me. I can't do it. Can't do it. Well, this weekend the heat is supposed to be so hot, then you're gonna get thunderstorms, right? Because it's summer solstice, right? Friday's the first day of summer today, with the solstice officially happening in the evening, 9:43 p.m. What does that mean? Saturday marks the first full day of summer, of both Friday and Saturday. We'll see a total of 15 hours and 22 minutes of daylight. That's a lot. But it stormed this morning, and you got a few coming like this afternoon and evening. And it's not going to be a lot, and it's not going to be strong, but it's going to be here. The problem is tomorrow, the heat. The heat is expected to reach the hundreds on Saturday, break a record, so that record looks, it won't break a record, so that record looks safe, but the current forecast is 97. The records on Sunday of 97 and Monday of 95 are much more attainable with the current forecast of each day of 96. So that means all we have to do is tick over. We're looking at, in 1988, it was 101 degrees. They're forecasting 97. We'll probably go over. It's just one of those weekends. It's the weekend that it's not supposed to happen. It's the weekend that you should probably not look for it, which means what? We should look for it because it's going to happen. And so I'm not too happy about the weather this weekend. But you know what they say? It is what it is. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Things are tightening up out there, that's for sure. On the ramp from Brewers Boulevard to 94 westbound, we've got the left shoulder blocked with a broken down vehicle. So just heads up with that. It's going to be a little bit tight heading through the interchange there. On westbound 94 itself, we're seeing delays from about 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Then again, just past the Highway 100 area into Waukesha County, a slowdown there. Eastbound, you're seeing delays from the Zoo all the way to 35th Street and 41 southbound from before Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. Going to be a heavy ride. The northbound side's going to be slow from just north of Watertown Plank Road all the way up towards Hampton. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, warm and humid with a low of 72. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, hot and humid with a high of 94 with a heat index near 105. Be careful. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Summer in Milwaukee means a couple of things: Brewers baseball and live music. Get the best of both when the Brewers take on the Rockies June 27th, featuring a post-game concert by Nelly. Then the first 25,000 fans at the game on June 28th get a Pat Murphy Manager of the Year bobblehead, courtesy of Toyota. Get ready for a weekend you'll be talking about all summer. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
So Black women's leadership needs to be prioritized. That means a whole lot of things, but it includes a message for white women, which would be, it'll be wise for you to take our lead. We've already demonstrated everything there is to the world about who we are. We shouldn't have to keep doing that over and over again. The reality is that there are times when we got to muster up the energy to do some things we don't want to do, but I don't want that to to be commonplace for me, and I certainly don't want it to be commonplace for other Black women. There's often this message that we need to stay strong because there are people depending on it. No, we need ourselves.
Yeah, you can't, what do they say? You can't pour from an empty cup?
Yes. And I even am hearing people say a lot more, you shouldn't pour from your cup at all until it overflows. And it's the overflow that you give. You keep the full cup for yourself.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers held off the Cubs last night in a wild one at Wrigley, winning 8-7 in Game 2. Isaac Collins launched a 3-run homer, Caleb Durbin added a 2-run shot, and Rhys Hoskins stayed hot with another solo blast.
The stretch, he stays the pitch. Ground ball left side, that could be 2 to second for 1. On to first, double play, ball game over. Trevor McGill gets it done, and the Brewers split the 2 games at Wrigley.
Milwaukee moves to 40-35 with the win. The Crew heads up to face the Twins Friday night at 7:10 p.m. The Pacers kept their season alive with a 108-91 win over the Thunder in Game 6. Game 7 of the finals will begin Sunday at 7 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris. Is it me? Yes, it is. For Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So it's time to upgrade your windows and or doors, and you don't want to spend like a whole lot of money. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget. And right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. So if the plan is to wait, guess what? You don't have to wait. You can get it now. You can wait to start making payments for up to 2 years, but certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI.com. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hello, Curly Q. How you doing? Did somebody say July 5th? What are you talking about? Something wrong with y'all. Heat advisory this weekend. Somebody said, I love heat. Bring it. You don't love this kind of heat. This kind of heat, you have a stroke. This kind of heat, your insides boil and you die. Like, no, you don't want this kind of heat. What I would suggest is that you check on the elderly that live in your neighborhood. Make sure you open doors, let air flow through, right? Let those, come on now, check on your neighbors, check on your kinfolk, you know. Although we understand sometimes kinfolk ain't infolk, but, you know, we get it. But check on them, right? Curly Q said, I spend so much time bundled up in the winter not to enjoy it. Lana, something wrong with you. True that. Something wrong with you, Lana. And the only reason I say that is because it can get cold enough. First of all, if it gets cold enough where it freezes and you don't have, like, motion stops, yeah, you're going to die anyway. So ain't nothing you can do about that. But if it's hot, like, I could light a fire, I could run, I could do all sorts of things to generate heat, right? Movement generates heat. Get the molecules going, right? What can you do to stop heat? Like how much of you can you take off to not get hot? Oh my God, these clothes are hot. I gotta take it. Like, okay, and then what? So now the sun is beating down on your naked body, and you're burned up. And now you're burned up. Like, what do you do? Like, where do you go? There's no shade. It can get hot enough where even in the shade, it's hot. Listen, in Arizona, when the shade is 120 degrees, that's hot. But then it's just hot. It's not smoking hot. Or, well, no, that's smoking hot. I would call that smoking hot. It's not dripping hot like a Miami with humidity. Can't do that. And I have had a heat stroke before when I was a kid. It was not fun at all. And I know somebody that said, boy, you had a lot of stuff happen to you. Yeah. If you're blessed to live to be as old as I am, you'll have a lot of stuff happen to you too. Except you'll learn from a lot of stuff too. And you'll be like, no, I'm not doing that. So now when people ask me, would you like to do so-and-so? And I go, no. Well, I don't understand why. Okay, I just told you no. And it's no. You know why? Because I've seen where that can go extremely bad. Extremely bad. And so I figure I'm going to play the odds. Like, I wonder what the largest number in the world is. I think, like, there's a number that's a 1 followed by 120 zeros. And so, like, there's not enough for me to do some things in life. What is the one thing you would actually not do? Like, I don't care how much money you pay me. I don't care how much money you give me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I only have one thing that I will absolutely not do. I don't care how rich I get. I don't care how much money I get. I am not flying in a private plane. Like one of those Cessnas or one of those Learjets. No. I don't care who make it. I don't care how old it is. Nope. The odds of commercial with 2 pilots, my odds go up significantly better than if something happens to the pilot. Now, sometimes things happen to the plane and there's nothing you can do. But at least if something happens to the pilot, I got another person there that can, like, fly the plane. Maybe even stewardess might help out. There might be a pilot on board. But what we're not going to do is be in a private plane with one guy. One guy? No. That's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. It's not. Anything you want to pop off on is 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm just yeah. Y'all tripping. How are you going to Lana Banana, you are not elderly. Girl, stop. Wow. Who are you telling to come check on you? Me? Or somebody else? Because she said, I'm elderly, come check on me too. Anyway, Sincere say, if you're not conditioned, then condition yourself. You can't. You can't. Curly Q, you were talking about the last day of Summerfest is July 5th. Friday? Wait a minute. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Second. The 4th. Wait a minute. Let me just look up my calendar because y'all tripping. Saturday. Okay. So there's no Sunday? Like once it's over, there's no Sunday, like Summerfest? Oh, now she said something. So, yeah, okay. All right. See how people clean stuff up when you're done? See how people See how people clean stuff up when you start saying, what is that again? What did you mean? What did you mean by that? Yep. Good. 833-212-1017 is the number. Lisa, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Good afternoon, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Well, listening to you, I did have fear of flying, but I have been on jets and I have been on charter planes.
Really?
No. Oh, yeah.
When you say charter, what do you mean?
Those are like the planes that hold like 8, 10 people.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
You hear me say no?
Yeah.
It's no.
Because you know what?
No.
Just go to sleep. I always just go to sleep and go up there, and anytime I fly, I just go to sleep. I get my pillow and my blanket, take my shoes off, and I'm gone. But yeah, the charter planes are fun once you get over the the shaking and whatever. They're fun. They're really fun. You look out the window and everything. I like those better than planes, though. But I have
Wait. You saying that you like small planes better than large planes?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's not a lot of people, a lot of walking around, babies crying.
So you just bougie.
No, it's just after
you can't be put up with other.
My job.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be put up with other people. You want to fly on a charter jet or private? That's bougie. I don't know who you kidding.
The only time I flew on jets was with like when Prince would do whatever, and we'd fly on jets and whatever when he had to get to one city to the next. But that was cool because it was just us, and he had the whole jet. He was.
See how she threw Prince in there?
Yeah, but that's the time I would fly jets and I would fly charters and planes when I.
So what was you doing with Prince? Like I don't remember.
I was just real good friends with Prince, and and things of that sort. So if he goes somewhere, California to the East Coast or whatever,
are you telling the truth?
He had to get there quick. Yes, I am. I would.
See,
and I should.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You knew Prince very well. Did you ever go to any of his concerts?
Oh my God, I got tired of his concerts. I loved him.
What was the one thing he had to have backstage to eat at every single contest? At every single concert?
Prince loved tea.
Okay.
Candy.
What kind of candy?
Candy for him in my purse.
What? No. He had to have a specific large batch of something. What was it?
Not a large batch, but because I was a diabetic back in the day, and I loved Jolly Ranchers, so I would give him some of my Jolly Ranchers and the Werthers, them caramel Werthers. I just ate those because they were good.
And you wasn't supposed to have
Jolly Ranchers. Those were my favorite. Well, not to have
but there was a bowl. There was a bowl that he had to have.
In abundance.
No,
not a bowl.
No, there was a bowl because every time he came, it was in his contract, and they put it in the rider that he had to have this backstage. So whenever he walked off or walked on, he had to have this one thing.
Well, I'm speaking of me when we're together, and we're sitting somewhere, like say we had a Jehovah's Witness Kids convention, or he's somewhere. Say we had a restaurant, and if I'll have some Jolly Ranchers. He'll tap me on my arm. Why don't you bring your own candy, man?
Because he ate all yours. Because he ate all yours.
No, he ate all mine. I need my candy. That's my. I would beat you up with my Jolly
Did you bring
Ranchers.
extra candy for him?
Oh my! I kept Jolly Ranchers.
Then he ate your candy.
Ranchers.
Like he got you.
I was share.
No, you did. Listen, if you gotta buy extra, you're not sharing. If it's mine, if I bought myself 5 pieces of candy, and it's just for me, and Lisa asked me for a piece of candy, and I share with her, and now I have 4, that's sharing. If I buy myself 5 pieces of candy, and then I say, man, Lisa gonna want some candy, and I buy 3 more, and then when Lisa asks me for candy, I give her 3, I'm not sharing. I bought Lisa some candy.
Look, And look, if I had 5 Jolly Ranchers and if he wanted one, I'd be like, you better go get your runner, go get your rider, go get your runner. They gonna go get you some candy from the local Walmart or something. You ain't getting my Jolly Ranchers. No, I love you, but I don't love you that much.
And it's amazing how he ate that much sugar and stayed that thin because he just moved too much. He moved too much.
No, but social media, Prince ate a lot. People don't know Prince can eat. He can eat.
Small people eat like that. Small people eat.
And he didn't eat a lot of candy. He didn't eat a lot of candy. It was just because, when you're moving and you're in the concerts, it's just like me. I'll get up and whatever, and he'll call, hey, the security will call or armor call. Hey, Prince wants you over here. Are you going to go attend so they can put me on a list? And then, sometimes I go throughout the whole day, and which is don't tell nobody, and I will not eat. But I have my Jolly Ranchers just in case my blood level drop low. And then, afterwards, after whatever, we'll go out to eat, or, he'll order some food, especially if we're in Minnesota, he'll order something, at Paisley Park and they'll deliver it and things like that. People will wake up, I don't care what time it was in the morning to cook for him and bring him food.
Not me.
I'm like, man, I need that strength. Okay, right. But yeah, fly. And I've traveled throughout in Bakersfield, California.
I don't care. I'm not flying in a private plane.
Oh, my God.
I don't care. I'm not flying.
I'm talking about the weather. No. Have you ever been to Tallahatchie, California?
No.
Or Bakersfield, California?
I've been in Bakersfield.
Oh, my God. You wake up, it's 100 degrees. Oh, my God. You wake up, it'd be 100 degrees.
I'm not.
You wake up. That's in the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right.
It's called air.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye-bye. I love you.
All right.
All right.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, this is the legendary Homer Blow, hoping you and your family will join me at the 31st annual Homer Blow birthday party for the kids on Saturday, June 28th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club at 3400 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. The celebration is for children 2 to 13 years old. Admission is absolutely free. For more information on being a sponsor for this great event, call 414-248-4954 or email the Homer Blow Foundation at gmail.com. And don't forget, we'll have Kool-Aid, the red kind.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need the $100 hookup. This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the $100 hookup. And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new, stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavanis.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruberg offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. So, I'm kind of torn. Like, I'm just like, I don't really get the whole why it's cool to like no, I'm just leaving. I'm just reading what Not Really a City Girl is writing about the lady in the black dress who thought it was cool to stand up in her seat, obstructing her view and the view of others at the Isley Brothers concert last night. No, you don't. Y'all, okay, stop. Not Really a City Girl, stop. Y'all need to quit. How much you pay for that concert? Oh, wait, you paid $30 to get into Summerfest, and then you went to the concert. Is the concert extra? Like, do you pay extra to get the concert? No. So what are you complaining about? I'm going to get beat up. Let me stop. He'd be like, hey, Dr. Ken, there's like 50 people outside that were on the YouTube chat that would like to speak to you. Wait, what? Yeah, they'd like to speak to you. Tell him he went home. Tell him he I don't think he's here right now. He's not feeling well. So now that y'all went there, what was good about Summerfest? What was bad? Like, what was good and what was bad about Summerfest yesterday? You had Bow Wow. Ain't he like too old to be Bow Wow now? Can't he be like Bark or something? But Bow Wow's like a puppy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Isley Brothers. I mean, I don't really get it. I'm worn out. I think I've just been in Milwaukee too long. I know some people that's been here 60, 70 years, and they just love Summerfest. I'm like, I've been there. But now, after 30-some-odd years of Summerfest, I'm kind of like, well. So, he used to be Lil Bow Wow. Now he's Bow Wow. Hasn't released a song. They said he's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not really. They said the Isley Brothers were the Isley Brothers good? Hit me in the chat. Somebody said Isley Brothers were good. Didn't a couple of them, one of them or a couple of them passed away? And so Ron Isley of the Isley Brothers was Sweet Honey. Yeah. They said he's pretty good. But I was never really an Isley Brothers fan. Definitely not Natasha Bedingfield. But she was supposed to be here a few years ago, but she couldn't make it. Mike Jones, Genuine. Genuine is cool. Yeah. He's a little older, you can tell. But I'm just not the music guy. I'm a much different music guy. I'm more of a jazz guy, you know. And of course, Milwaukee's Eric Benet. Does he even have any new music out in the last 5 years? I don't know. Y'all just mad at Eric Benet because he was married to Halle Berry, and y'all don't like that because you couldn't be married to Halle Berry. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. That's all it is. Anybody go see Def Leppard? Does anybody care about Def Leppard? Anybody want to see Def Leppard? And so I have to say, the folks at Summerfest did a absolutely, positively phenomenal job at getting talent at this year's Summerfest. I've never seen it so robust as it is this year. I think they did a phenomenal job. Or some people were just cheap and they just wanted some money, so they came to Milwaukee. I really think that they did a really good job at the broadness of the music where everybody's going to come out. So the rock music isn't that much of a rock venturing into punk that them crazy white folks going to show up. And it's a lot of stuff in black music and R&B and close to rap, some hip hop, but not enough where the crazy black folks going to come out. Or the crazy Hispanic or Asian, or right? And so they got it just tight enough where the normal black, white, Hispanic, and Asian people come out. And Native Americans. Pacific Islanders. Like everybody. But I think they did a really good job. Gary Clark Jr. was there. They did a really good job at the broadness of the music without really like adding in bands where you go, wait, they're here, why? Okay, Clear Throat, my tickets were free thanks to 1017 The Truth, but the tickets were $140. Wait, what?
Coming straight out of Milwaukee, it's time to turn the TV off and turn your speakers up so you can hear what the future leaders of the world have to say. Truth Nation, I'm proud to present The 8 Block, a fresh new youth-led radio show powered by City on the Hill and 1017 The Truth. Hosted by me, your boy, Ben Jammin. Every other week, 8 Milwaukee teens will share stories and laughs that will speak truth to what matters most in their lives. Don't miss the premiere on June 21st at 9 a.m. That's June 21st at 9 a.m. Truth Nation, welcome to The 8 Block.
Good Karma Brands would like to send out a big congratulations to Tori Lowe. Tori recently received a proclamation from both the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. So going forward, July 5th will now be recognized as Tori Lowe Day. Tori's activism, advocacy, and hard work makes Tori more than deserving of this recognition. Tori's family at 1017 The Truth celebrate Tori for always being about that action. And we know this is just the beginning, and there is so much more to come as a result of Tori's efforts and leadership. Congratulations again, Tori.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Progress on approving Wisconsin's state budget has stalled in Madison. Efforts to pass budget by its legal deadline broke down Thursday, less than 2 weeks from the end of the fiscal year. The leaders of the budget writing Joint Finance Committee haven't said when they would return to work. Governor Tony Evers has said he won't decide on whether to run for a third time in office until the budget is finalized. With an extreme heat warning this weekend, Milwaukee health officials are urging people to stay safe. Forecasts indicate dangerously hot conditions with heat index values up to 105 expected. People are encouraged to drink plenty of water, limit time outdoors, and never leave children or pets in vehicles. Cooling sites around the city will be open to provide relief from the heat. The high heat can also bring more than one danger: pavement buckling. This causes areas of the road to crack and break up as more vehicles rolling over them, creating potholes or worse. Drivers should remember to stay buckled up, slow down, and eliminate any distractions so you can scan further down the road to not be caught off guard. In the city of Milwaukee, there is online service request forms you can fill out to report any road issues. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services fines Milwaukee Public Schools over lead cleanup. The $5,500 fine is for violations of state code during the lead remediation work at 4 schools this spring and summer. They were also fined for repeated noncompliance and failure to follow earlier guidance. DHS said that instead of paying the fee to the state treasurer, MPS should reinvest the money into lead-safe renovations. MPS has until June 24th deadline to answer questions about future renovation work. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. You know, I'm sorry. I want to get to a story so bad that it's driving me, but I got to go through 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got to do it. And the reason I have to do it, like, I just came across a story that I heard about it earlier, and now it just discombobulated all my top 5 at 5. So now I got to move what I thought was going to be my number 1 story to number 3 because it just fell off the turnip truck. And my number 1 story, you know how you get a text and you look at it and you go, oh, and you go like, wait a minute, oh, wait, what? And then you read it again and you come to find out that it's actually like, it's not a oh, it's more of a wow. And so so much stuff is happening this weekend. I just don't understand why there's not information that's just out there for everybody to see. I just,
we just kind of go, oh yeah, it happened. And nobody really does anything or talks up things. So, I guess. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's another sign of, I don't know, hatred or something. I don't know.
Number 5.
This from CNN.com. A man was arrested after an Ohio GOP congressman says he was run off the road and threatened. And now you think, yeah, a lot of us don't like Republicans and a lot of us don't. I don't really get the arguing back and forth and doing things to each other, shooting each other. It's kind of crazy. But an Ohio man has been arrested and charged after allegedly threatening Representative Max Miller during an incident in which the Republican U.S. congressman says he was driven off the road. Faraz S. Hamdan, 36, of Westlake, Ohio, was arrested after Miller filed and signed a complaint with police for aggravated menacing, as well as requested a protective order against him, this according to police in Rock River, a suburb of Cleveland. Hamdan, accompanied by legal counsel, voluntarily turned himself in as awaiting court appearance, according to police. CNN is, of course, attempting to reach Hamdan's lawyer. The incident comes amid heightened concerns over public official security in the wake of the deadly attack on state lawmakers in Minnesota. Congressional lawmakers in recent days have pressed law enforcement officials on how to keep their families safe amid the increasingly toxic political environment. Well, don't blame the political environment, because you're the one that said we didn't need the police and the police were toxic and the police were over budgeted and we should defund the police. Why are you crying for them now? Why are you crying for? Why is anybody in Congress who wanted to defund the police, and this may not be this person, now want to cry because now they need the police to find out how to protect the family? They were trying to tell you how to protect your family. You said you didn't need them because one person out of 600,000 cops in America did something wrong, so now 100% of them are bad. On Thursday morning, Miller, who is Jewish, called the Rock River Police Department via 911 to report an individual on the highway was making anti-Semitic threats against him and his family. He says, I'm on the freeway. I have somebody who cut me off, who flipped me off, who is showing me a Palestinian flag and is yelling to kill me. And he told the 911 operator at one point, I'm a little shaken at the moment because I got death threats. And so what are we doing? Like, we don't like somebody, now we just, we just have them killed. That's sad. That's sad. But sometimes you need to be 100. Because isn't that what that song said? 99 and a half won't do? Well, the mayor of suburban Chicago went for 99.
Number 4.
Y'all remember that? I don't know what to call her because she's ridiculous enough to file a lawsuit against me in Milwaukee, talking about anyway. Former Dalton, Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard, remember? She had to go to court last week, and I said, yeah, she's going to court about the probe into the Village bank account that allegedly plummeted from millions to deficit because she spent all that money on dumb stuff. Well, she announced her latest business venture as her legal woes continue to pile up following a tumultuous time in office. Tiffany Henyard, the former Democratic mayor of Dalton, has announced she is peddling a tell-all autobiography titled Standing on Business. In a Facebook post, the disgraced politician who lost her race vowed the real story is coming out while sharing a link to pre-order the book. You ready? How much do you think the book costs? $99. It is reportedly the first of a 3-part series from a self-publishing website. I would not pay $99 for a book published by a well-known, respected publishing website. Why would I go to a self-publishing website, which doesn't make the book less because it's self-published? Let's get that. But yeah, she got brought into court. She pled the fifth. From mommy moves to making history, she is not just showing up. She's standing on business. What does standing on business mean? Is that another one of those idiotic generational. I mean, we had them. Boomers have them. It's just dumb. But it makes you sound cool when really you're not sounding cool. I mean, I kind of put it right up there with leaning in. Oh, we got to lean in. Shut up. Sound ridiculous. Sound like you're using a buzzword from a person that got fired from their job. Like, what are we doing? Well, we want to make her feel good because she took her job and then she got fired because, she thought she was one of the boys and she really wasn't one of the boys. And then she got fired because she thought she was one of the boys and yeah, whatever.
Number 3.
Can you tell this Pop Off Friday? From JS Online, heat is coming this weekend. Here's how you need to stay cool. Southeast Wisconsin will ring in the official day of summer, the first official day, with a weekend of sweltering extreme heat. Extreme heat from noon today through Monday. So I'm looking at what they wrote in here, and it makes no sense to me. They said the Milwaukee Sullivan National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning from noon on Friday, June 21st. Now, I'm looking at everything I have. I got 4 computer screens and a phone. And a screen there, a screen there, a screen there, and a screen there. Each of the screens has 4 screens on it for a total of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 screens that all say today is June 20th. But yet in the JS Online story by Maya Pandey, Friday is the 21st. So the way it's written, you ready? From noon on Friday, June 21st, to 7 p.m. on Monday. All right? So she's saying today is the 21st, and it's not. It's the 20th. How do we fix that? Because I get ripped. Oh, my God, you got a typo. Oh, my God, you talk about you have this, you got a typo. Well, like, stuff happens, right? So what are we going to do? Well, here's some tips from the Milwaukee Health Department. Limit time outdoors. Spend time in air-conditioned buildings if possible. Wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothes. Drink plenty of water. Even if you don't feel thirsty, avoid alcohol, sugary drinks, and caffeine. Alcohol is a sugary drink. I'm just saying. Stay cool in your home by taking colder showers, baths, and using wet towels to lower body temperature. Fans are useful, but should not be your only cooling method, the health department says. Now, I don't know what they're talking about because I live in a historic house, and so my house on the first floor is literally cold. It's never hot. In the wintertime, it's never hot, right? Heat rises. So I'm good. I can turn the fan on and actually get cold in my house. So that piece of, I think what they're talking about are those stand-up fans or fans that are in your windows that are blowing hot air. Stay cool in your home. Take cool showers. Take a cool shower and bath. Use wet towels to lower your body temperature. Because I'm going to tell you, if your body temperature gets too hot, you're going to start having organ failure. You're going to start getting delirious and all that stuff. Recognize the signs of heat exhaustion. Heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, nausea, and fainting. I can tell you all those things because all those things happen to me. If you're experiencing any symptoms of heat stroke, high body temperature, dry skin, confusion, and rapid pulse, call 911. That's exactly what they did. They had to rush me to the hospital. I don't think I got cold because I was so hot. They put ice on me, and I wasn't even shaking. And when people look at you, it's only happened like maybe twice in my life. One, I had a reaction to some stuff I was allergic to. And when the person saw me when I had a heat stroke, and they looked at me, and it was like they touched me, and I was like fire, like. And the woman's face Like, it was almost like, you ever had a feeling like you were walking, but you were dead? And other people saw you and they went, oh, like you saw a ghost or something? Like, that's how it looked when she looked at me. I thought I was going to die. I was like, oh, but I was only 14 years old, right? I thought I was going to die. And then when I looked out, it had affected me so that my and I remember them explaining this to me, but I don't remember. The color of my eyes, I could only see in black and white. Like, I had lost all peripheral vision. I could only see whatever was straight in front of me, and it was in black and white. And I looked up, and that woman looked at me and went, oh, my God. And then I remember being at the hospital because she called 911. I didn't know what was going on. But you know how you have that clammy feeling where you don't sweat? You're not even moist? Yeah, it was like that. Of course, people told me that, yeah, I thought you looked pretty funny, but, I didn't say. Oh, so you didn't say anything. You were just waiting on me to keel over. Okay. You're just waiting on me to go, and just fall over, and that would be that, huh? Okay. Yep, I remember that.
Number 2.
From thegrio.com, Wes Moore is saying something that most people try to explain to other people, but they never understand. Racism is expensive. Like, it is costing America big time. So, however, I'll caution on the argument that saying the racial wealth gap is costing America big time. It is, but it isn't. Because the people that are at the top of that gap don't really care. Here's what he says. Maryland Governor Wes Moore is on the front lines in the fight to close the racial wealth gap in America, and he hopes his actions in his state will serve as a model across the country. He says, let's be clear. The racial wealth gap cost this country $16 trillion in gross domestic product over the past 2 decades. On Juneteenth, he unveiled the latest actions he's taking to close the wealth gap in Maryland. He says racism is expensive, bigotry is expensive. America's only black governor told the Grio, and the reason that we are moving to be able to address it is by focusing on both assets and access, is because it's going to help our economy. So yesterday, Moore announced more than 7,000 additional state pardons for simple marijuana possession, the first batch of designated just communities, to receive priority funding opportunities for housing and community development, many of which are historically black and experience decades of disinvestment as a result of racially discriminatory practices like redlining and urban highway construction. Now, I heard somebody the other day say, and I believe it was here in Milwaukee, that they were pontificating about the fact that the government just built a highway and they didn't build it through the black community on purpose. And I said, well, where else? Like, have you actually looked at the highway that comes through Milwaukee? Like, have you actually looked where it goes through versus, now granted, on the south side, it goes through a predominantly white area. But you also remember when they built it, Milwaukee didn't even go into Bayview. Like, Bayview was literally Bayview, Wisconsin. It was another town that got annexed by the city. That was rural. That 76th Street was the western city limit of the city of Milwaukee. So you didn't disrupt a lot until you came through I-43, and you just ripped right through the north side of Milwaukee, where it was predominantly black at the time. But just like I explained to people, at that time, there were a significant number of whites that lived in those neighborhoods at those times. I think what happened is that because they didn't want to be near there, when they moved, that's where they moved from, so that we could then move in and then be there. But until we research and get information and see what the population was like in the mid-1960s when they built the interstates, we're never really going to know. We can only work with what we have today, and let's move forward. Again, I get the past, I get the understanding of it, but at some point, if we don't move forward, we're going to get stuck. We're going to get stuck looking in the past, and the future is slipping away. AI is coming. AI is here. Cybersecurity is here. And if you want a job and you don't want to go to college, go get a cybersecurity certificate. I think you'll be great, because that's where it's going. I think that's where America is moving right now. So if you really want to get rid of all of the issues that we have in America, let's start getting training in the things that we know are going to get us jobs. Because right now, my only question is, we have insurance for things, right? Who's going to insure the insurance company?
Number 1.
From cybersecuritydive.com, major insurance provider Aflac, those commercials you see on TV with the duck, said today that it was the target of a cyber attack on June 12th. Now, today is the 20th. So 8 days ago, you got smacked. And you really didn't tell nobody. You didn't send out anything. Linked to a major cybersecurity spree across the insurance industry, the company said it was able to contain the attack within hours and confirmed its systems remain operational. The company said in the Securities and Exchange Commission filing, isn't this great? We got to hear about a Securities and Exchange Commission filing about the insurance company got cyber attacked 8 days ago. We continue to serve our customers as we respond to this incident and can underwrite policies, review claims, and otherwise service our customers as usual. I bet you will underwrite so you can make some money. The incident is part of a larger crime wave targeting the insurance industry that researchers have linked to a collective known as Scattered Spider. All right? The group recently conducted a weeks-long attack campaign against retailers in the U.S. and the U.K. Erie Insurance Group last week disclosed that it was the target of a cyber attack that began on June 7th, and the company said this past Tuesday that it has regained control over its systems and sees no further evidence of malicious activity. So what does that mean? Did you pay them? I don't know. Erie is working with a third-party forensics expert to restore full access to customers and agents and employers. Well, this past Monday, researchers on the Google Threat Intelligence Group warned that the same hackers targeting the retail sector have pivoted toward the insurance industry. Google has not attributed the attacks to any actor, but they said that they show the hallmarks of Scattered Spider, the notorious threat group linked to the 2023 MGM Resort and Clorox attacks. John Holquist, chief analyst at GTIG, said, given this actor's history of focusing on a sector at a time, the insurance industry should be on high alert, especially for social engineering schemes that target help desks and call centers. And so we've already had other places here in Milwaukee that have become victims. First, it was healthcare, right? Remember that? Many of the healthcare, including, I believe Ascension was one of them, where they got hacked, and now they're moving on to the insurance industry. So you got to be careful. Have to be very careful. I, on the other hand, just got to get away from it. Because in the end, you have to keep yourself safe. And so I don't understand why, well, I do. When you get used to something, you're used to it being normal. And then when somebody fakes that normal, you think it's okay, only to find out later that it's really not okay. But by then, your name, your address, your phone number, your zip code, your social security, all that is out on the internet, and it's being sold from place to place to place. And that is why you need to put what? You need to put a lock on your credit. No new credit can get made unless what? The person calls me. So like one time the person dialed on the phone, they were about to open up an account for a phone, and so they got a phone call and said, hey, are you opening up credit for that person? And they said, yes. They said, well, hand them the phone. And they handed me the phone. And I said, yeah. We just need to confirm that it's you. I said, here's the thing. Did you read what I wrote on my credit report? They said, what? I said, did you read the fact that it said that you have to call me on my phone, not have the person at the place hand me the phone? Like, you have to call me on my... I hung up and made the person call me on my phone so that they knew it was me. I said, you're missing the point. Then I thought this knucklehead is probably giving away credit to God knows. because they called the merchant instead of calling me. Well, now I have it set up where everything is connected. And if literally you try to use my credit card number without my phone or me being there, it won't even work. But then again, that's how I found out I left my phone at the hotel. Right? You go eat, and you go, sir, your card's been declined. I said, why? Excuse me. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Well, why is that? I said, I don't have my phone with me. And if my phone is not in the same place where my credit card gets used or debit card or anything, it won't work. Hey, fellas, don't do that when you're out on a date and say you forgot your phone. Don't do that.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 24th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they take on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in June 24th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl DT from The Truth Unfiltered with DT and Dr. Ken Harris. Now listen, at a critical time, through the Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, Old National Bank provided the resources I needed to sustain my business. Now the process had its challenges, but I was supported, and it was also an invaluable learning experience for future ventures. I am so grateful for the support that helped my business thrive. Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to approval.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am grateful for those who changed yesterday.
But I live in today.
And I pledge I will help shape tomorrow.
Milwaukee College Prep Scholars honor Black History Month, not just during February, but each and every day they walk through the door, preparing for a better life for themselves and the world around them. Enroll your scholar for the 2025-26 school year at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. You know, I said I wasn't going to do it because I was tired of all y'all. Y'all was giving me trouble and giving me issues. But I got to tell you. I have to tell you. I'm just saying. Summerfest is officially here, y'all. Right? is here. And to celebrate, The Truth is giving away Summerfest tickets so you can enjoy Summerfest on us. Now's your chance to win an 18-pack. 18-pack. A pack of 18 tickets. There it is. Because an 18-pack is 18 packs of tickets? I don't know. A pack of 18 tickets to Summerfest on Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Call 833-212-1017 is the number. Rhea, what's the number? Number 6. Caller number 6 at 833-212-1017 is the number to win the ultimate Summerfest ticket giveaway. That is a pack of 18 tickets to see Summerfest. 833-212-1017. Caller number 6. I'm just saying. So, Lana Banana said, you know, it's a good idea, Dr. Ken, lock your credit. Yeah, you need to lock your credit. You need to lock it because people, and you know, let's be honest, family members are usually the ones that'll do it the most and fastest. That'll pretend like they're you. But now we got social media, we got all kinds of things. And Tanya say, I'm finna call. Okay, be caller number 6 and you can win. You can win. Tanya says, sorry, I'm not up to walking and standing around in the heat. I'm not. It's hot. It's going to be hot. It's hot. I can't imagine. Well, let me see. People bet on anything in it. Well, I don't think you can make odds and wagers and stuff on the radio. So you can't make, you know, like, I'm going to bet you such and such. But it's going to be a good number of people that's going to pass out at Summerfest this weekend. Have you ever been so hot that you literally let yourself get caught in the rain? Like you start walking slow, like, let me just stand here. It's wonderful, by the way. But yeah, to win the pack of 18 tickets to Summerfest is caller number 6. At 833-212-1017 is the number. Yeah. You know, sometimes you see things in life and there's really not a lot you can do with it, so you just got to let it go. Just got to let it go. Be like, okay. Okay. So, I'm just saying. Hey, y'all, we want to say congratulations to Monique on winning the pack of 18 tickets to Summerfest. Your next chance to win will be on Monday with Jammin' with Juice. It's Summerfest on us, on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. By the way, Monique, you only get 17 tickets. I'm just saying. Okay, maybe 16 tickets because I'm, you know, my hands might get a little sticky. And no, we're not going to do that. Congratulations, Monique. You're going to Summerfest and you get to take 17 of your closest friends, maybe. Now, if y'all don't know, I know what y'all doing. Y'all calling every person you know. Name Monique. Was that you that won the tickets? I want to go. Was that you? I want to go. Because y'all know how y'all get, boy. Y'all just, whew. Anyway. 833-212-1017. I'm having way too much fun this afternoon. Tanya said, it looks like only you and Kyle showed up at work today. It's fun. I like doing this. I really do. So Tanya, unless your name is Monique, I don't think you won. So sorry about that. Make sure you keep listening. Monday, Jammin' with Juice. Got to be here 7 o'clock in the morning so you can check it out, and you might be the one to kind of be there. So, wow, not really a city girl laughed. Wow. She said, never mind, Tanya won. Y'all terrible. You all are terrible. Hey, Madi, how come you don't call anymore? What's up with that? Like, it's like you don't like us anymore. Tell the truth. Are you the cyber terrorist that's going around stealing from all these insurance companies? Is that really you? You be pretending like, I don't know, I just work construction or I drive trucks, and then you end up being like a super sleuth, like person that breaks into like really hard places. I know. Yeah, I know. That's what you say. 833-212-1017 is the number. So it looks like things have quieted down. However, should America get involved in the Israeli war? So it sounds like the administration is trying to say, if they get weapons, then we're going to respond, right? And they're maybe a few weeks away from getting nuclear weapons, right? We talked about it a couple of days ago. They've worked it down to, what do you call it? Uranium-235, and they have to spool it up to uranium-238 in order for it to be weapons grade. It has to be 90% effective and all that, right? So if you got 90% weapons grade, you can rock it. Like, you can drop it, and you can make a bomb the size of maybe a Volkswagen, and you could rock the world. That. If they get close to that and get to 90%, I think America's going to get into that war. I think they're going to have to have congressional, right? It's really a reason to help Israel, because the place they're going to drop that nuclear bomb is on Israel. The problem is, it seems kind of weird because they would literally wipe out all of the Middle East with that nuclear bomb. The fallout, the secondary, right? All that, it makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense to do it. But, you know, just a little old me. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017 is the number. Are we ready to get involved in a war with Iran? First, it was, Iraq defending Kuwait. Now we've been all over, and now we're with Iran. Interesting. Mr. Mahdi, what's up?
What's up, young man? How you doing?
Where you been? I ain't talked to you in well over, I think it's been 2 years.
I'm a busy dude, man. I'm doing Microsoft. I'm doing homes. I'm doing cars. I'm so busy, it's ridiculous.
And you
Can't catch up.
And you ain't shared nothing with me. You ain't gave me no money. You ain't gave me. I think back in the day, you even won $101.07, and all I asked for is 70 cents, and you didn't give me the 70 cents. See?
Boy, you ain't on. You don't forget nothing.
Dude won $101.70. I asked for 70 cents. I was like, dude, you can make it a loan. I'll pay you 20% interest. Just give me 70 cents. And he said no. He was like, okay. And then he didn't. See, didn't even call me back. Once he won $101.70, he was like, bye, click. We ain't heard from Mahdi till like last week. Hey, I figure if I'm going to make it up, I may as well make it good, right?
How you been doing, my brother? You've been blessed?
Good. I am blessed by the best, doing very well. Just took some time off because, sometimes Truth Nation get on you and they be like whooping up on you and stuff. And, not really.
Yeah.
City Girl was like crowding me, and so was Lana Banana, and all of them was harassing me. As I was like, let me get out. They made me cry. So I had to leave.
So your girl Sandra ain't been beating up on you?
She beat up on me every other day, man. She been holding it down for everybody else. Like when they don't, Lana kick in. When Lana don't, Quanda kick in. When Quanda don't, Lisa kick. Like, dude, I can't get. And then RC will jump in.
You, man.
It's terrible. Y'all make me cry every day. It's just terrible. It's just terrible.
We love you, man. We love you.
And then Al,
you guys are doing
Reggio.
awesome work.
Well, we tried. You was there at the beginning. You were there calling and supporting day one. So we remember that, and we appreciate that.
Oh yeah. We ain't going nowhere. And just like I say, are you gonna be at that Beyond the Mic next month?
I'm gonna try to make it. The problem is during my show. So unless I broadcast from there, I'm gonna be late.
Yeah, that'll be a good idea. I don't know if I'm gonna be.
Look, you know, Sherwin did that on purpose.
Yeah, 4th of July, I'll be 55 years old, so I want to see you.
Well, I got you beat significantly, so if I was you, respect your elders.
So you know America gonna get in that war. You know that, right?
One, if they get a nuclear weapon, we need to get in that war. Because we're talking about fallout that's gonna spread to North Africa. It's gonna spread to Europe. It's got like that is too devastating. Like there's some things that we can't let happen because it's not like America where we're so spread out, or it's not like Canada. You're talking about an area that's, 40 some odd square miles, maybe 100 something square miles. That's not a lot.
Right. Right.
And one bomb, what's going to go into Gaza, it's going to go into all those Syria. You end up wiping out all of the Middle East.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yep. Go on.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because the power struggle with these leaders, and I'm just talking about nationwide and worldwide. It's unbearable, man.
Yep.
It's unbearable,
yes,
and I was looking at the situation with Israel. I understand they killed 100 some of your people, but then you killed tens of thousands of theirs.
Well, it's both ways. Well, let's not get into the comparing and sideways being on one side and not the other and against Jews and all that.
Right.
It's both of them have done wrong. Both of them have killed hundreds of thousands, and it's been going on for millennia.
Right. You're right.
And so until somebody comes in and intercedes, this is gonna keep going.
Well, your buddy China got to get in. China get in, and then they're going to shut it all down.
World War III. World War III.
I got a little brain. I'm sitting there working on my uncle's car. I'm doing his time and change because I ain't in my dump truck today. I'll be in there tomorrow. And I said, I heard you messing with me on the radio. I said, let me call my boy.
See, because I ain't talked to you. See, not now I feel loved. I'm good now.
Yeah, we love you guys, man. I'm just trying to get rich like you. That's all.
Right.
Love you, Dr. Kid.
All right, love you too.
All right, have a blessed weekend.
All right, you too.
Thanks.
Take care, brother. All right. 833-212-1017 is the number. And now with 1017, The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Northbound 43 slowing down right around the North Avenue curve all the way up to Keefe. Southbound slowing from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. We've also got this crash on eastbound 794 right about at Jackson Street off on the right shoulder. So anybody heading in for Summerfest might run into this little issue, but luckily folks are getting past it without too much of an issue. Other than that, eastbound 94 is slowing down from about just before 84th Street through the Stadium interchange. And the bypass heading southbound from about Oklahoma Avenue down and around the Hale interchange, still slow all the way to about 60th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, warm and humid, a low of 72. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, hot and humid, a high of 94 with a heat index near 105. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
Most people don't know that a county executive is a higher elected position than a mayor. Most people don't know what a state assembly representative does, a state senator, nor their function in overall state government. Most people, in fact, don't know what a school board representative actually does. Ask a person who their county board supervisor is, and they'll likely shrug their shoulders. Also, most people don't vote. We're in for a world of hurt. If we don't know the functions of our government at the very basic level, then we are not nearly equipped for what is going to happen to this nation for the next 4 years. All they had to do was tell unsophisticated folks gas prices are too high, inflation is too high, bacon and eggs cost too much. It's this guy's fault. It's this party's fault. Vote for us. Don't think about the criminal prosecutions. Don't think about all the malfeasance. Don't think about all of the misconduct and the corruption. We're going to make your bacon cheaper. We're going to make your eggs cheaper. We're also going to gut the FBI. We're also going to gut anything related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're going to shred this nation from the top to the bottom, all in favor of a handful of folks. How about this? Let's tell people that immigrants are actually the problem. And then Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk will bring in the most highly trained immigrants this nation has ever seen. Why? Because Americans are none the wiser. Don't believe me? Look at public school children's performance, not just in Milwaukee, not just in Wisconsin, but nationwide. Get ready for a long ride, ladies and gentlemen. A very long ride.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers held off the Cubs last night in a wild one at Wrigley, winning 8-7 in Game 2. Isaac Collins launched a 3-run homer, Caleb Durbin added a 2-run shot, and Rhys Hoskins stayed hot with another solo blast.
The stretch, he stays the pitch. Ground ball left side, that could be 2 to second for 1. On to first, double play, ball game over. Trevor McGill gets it done, and the Brewers split the 2 games at Wrigley.
Milwaukee moves to 40-35 with the win. The Crew heads up to face the Twins Friday night at 7:10 p.m. The Pacers kept their season alive with a 108-91 win over the Thunder in Game 6. Game 7 of the finals will begin Sunday at 7 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I'm a rush because Winky Blue is waiting. What's going on, Wink? You always call when you only got a minute. What's going on, man?
Right. I know. I appreciate you having me for the minute, man. Listen, I heard the gentleman talking about, what's going on in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, this has been going on for many millennials. This is what happens when disobedience is involved. Abraham was disobedient, and now look, those 2 guys, the Ishmaelites, and Isaac has been fighting forever to the right to the birthright of Abraham. So we deal with that like that. But we're looking also, if China attacks, goes in and try to get Taiwan, we're gonna have stuff all over the place, wars and rumors of wars everywhere.
No. You got to remember, China is arming Iran.
That's correct.
So if they ramp that up, then they'll be able to fortify themselves against us, stopping them from, enriching their uranium, and it's just going to go south.
Well, listen, man. if you prayed up and you believe, and we got the best story as Christians, okay? Our story is the best. That's why we hate it the most, because we got something that a lot of people don't have. We got a risen Savior, see? You can take these stories and say, those stories go all the way back to Cyrus and all that. But our story is better because we got a risen Savior. Then, guess what, Dr. Ken? We got some witnesses that say they over 500 say they seen Jesus ascending up. And then
I'm not going to turn it into a religious thing. I'm not.
I wanted to because it was getting good, Doc.
Because I'm not going because I didn't. We're not going to go against.
I know.
And all that. So, all right. Have a good weekend. Talk to you.
My main man. I got you.
Yep. 833-212-1017 is the number. So it's the end. We got to roll. Taiwan is in big trouble. You're right. You got it. I know, but can't do it.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please join me and the Truth team on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our third annual Walk Against Violence, supported by 1MKE. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community. To join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th, visit truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up today.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, wouldn't you like to work with the best? But maybe you're thinking in these volatile times, I don't want to spend a fortune. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget, and right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. And if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and wait to start making payments up to 2 years. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you can get the look you want at a price you can afford. And with Pella's free in-home consultation, no obligation quote, and range of available financing, getting new windows and doors from Pella is easier than you think. Certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get that jump start to a fulfilling career at Carroll University through majors such as video game design, music therapy, pre-law, and over 90 additional majors. Carroll University is Wisconsin's oldest university. Founded in 1846, Carroll offers students small class sizes, personalized attention, and a generous financial aid package while they receive a cutting-edge education. Learn more at carrollu.edu. That's carrollu.edu.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Well, back to the weekend and get to sit around and eat bonbons and drink some Kool-Aid. Because it's going to be great. It's going to be warm. So, in all seriousness, make sure that you watch over yourself. Stay hydrated. Check your friends. Call your friends. Don't text nobody. Like, call them. Pick up the phone. Make sure they're safe. Make sure they're doing okay. All right? Okay. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe's show is coming up next. Thank you, Rhea. Appreciate you. I told you it was a long week. It's Friday, and I'm glad it's Friday because I get to hang outside and sit in my patio and kick my feet up and turn on the fire pit and chill. I think you should do the same. Of course, I'm not doing that till after the sun goes down because otherwise I'll turn into a raisin. Hey, y'all. God bless. Take care. I'm out.